with Donovan?
You guys saw it out there. You know, that's very, it's always puts things in perspective when you see that happen. And, it's scary down there. Anytime you got a guy on the ground that long, we've got a lot of information we need to find out. You know, the encouraging part that I can say is eyes were open. He did have feeling in his lower half and with his hands, so that's the encouraging part about it. After that, he's on his way to the hospital, so that's really all I know, and we're praying for the best. There's not much to say. I had a lot of stuff I was planning to say about practice, and then when that happens, it kind of puts everything in perspective for everyone. So you just try to end it, and everyone knows the deal and what these guys do risk in the game, and you hope for the best. And I think it will be all right, but you never know, and you got to all talk through it. And I know the guys are praying for him, and we just try to get in here as fast as possible and see if we can find out the news and hope for the best.
Did he have movement in his lower body?
Yes, that's what I saw. I was encouraging, even talking to Dr. Nino and Ferg after. He did have feeling and was slightly moving.
Guy kind of just go limp like that before?
Yeah, I've seen it a number of times, and I have not been around one that ends up being real serious, but it's always, there's a chance of it every time, because that is what happens, and that's why you're hoping for the best, and which it's still a big deal. And just like to go talk to his family and make sure we find out everything before I start speculating on anything.
Is it neck, the area that you're looking at?
Yes, that's what it looked like, but there's lots of things you check into on that.
Does that make you want camp to be less physical after something like that, especially Chancellor James has been one of the guys running around, flying around?
Yeah, no, that's part of it. I don't think that play was from being too physical. That's getting hit at the right exact spot at the right time. I think it was their own guys too. From what I saw, from my view, it was two defensive players colliding with each other. I don't know that for sure, but from what I thought I saw, it was that. But no, you got to practice football, but you got to be as smart as you can too. So it's something we work at, but no, that's not going to change how we practice.
Understandably, what do you say to a player like that? How do you console him?
Yeah, it's I think anybody would naturally be upset because you feel somewhat responsible, but I think everyone knows, every player, every coach, and anybody who's watching that's not that kid's fault. We're playing football, it's part of the sport, and sometimes things like that happen, and you pray for the best, you hope for the best. It is part of the game, and that's why I can't have any more respect than I do for NFL players and college players. People play the game because it is risky like that. No one did. I did see his eyes open and stuff, so it wasn't knocked out the whole time, but he was sitting there resting, didn't want to move. They were being very safe with it, and try our hardest to keep our space from him. It's, I think, human nature for everyone to get around and get too close to him, which doesn't help the situation. So we try to give him our distance and try to keep him as relaxed as possible and let the people who know what they're doing do their job.
Go through a scenario like that, before camp, safety scenario with EMTs. If something bad were to happen, this is the protocol that we go through.
Yeah, I think every team, the doctors, and we have a process of when you call the ambulance, where it comes in, how you do it, when you put on the stretcher, everything. That's why a lot of those times you're being safe, and I'm not saying this is that time, but there's always a protocol for how every team handles it, and you always want to be as safe as possible.
All right.
No more? All right, guys.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks.